Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Bitcoin 101. I'm your host, Christopher Allen. In this video, we're going to revisit BullBitcoin.com. That's the exchange that we showed you how to register, fund your account, and buy some Bitcoin. So let's head back over there now, and we're going to show you how to set up a recurring buy. All right, let's waste no time. Head over to BullBitcoin.com and sign in. Once you're signed in, you're going to see your My Account page. Right? That's where we last funded our account and bought Bitcoin after we registered. Today, we're going to set up a recurring buy. A recurring buy is what is called dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is an investment strategy that aims to reduce the impact of volatility on large purchases of financial assets such as equities, in this case Bitcoin. Dollar cost averaging is also called the constant dollar plan in the US, pound averaging in the UK, and irrespective of currency, unit cost averaging, incremental trading, or the cost average effect. In this video, we are going to go set up a recurring buy with our accounts at BullBitcoin. All right, so you've signed in. You've already funded your account just like we did last time. You sent over an e-transfer. Instead of clicking on the Buy Bitcoin button this time, you're going to click on the recurring buy. As you can see, we have funds available, $70. We sent over the e-transfer right before we did the video. Okay, so let's click on recurring buy. So the reason why we're setting up this service is because we found that dollar cost averaging for us has been an easier way to invest in Bitcoin rather than trying to come up with a lump sum to have a lump sum investment. So we're going to show you a graph that I created where there was a lump sum investment and a monthly investment, and we'll show you the outcome. But for this, let's set up our automated dollar cost averaging. So we can schedule our recurring buys. We can schedule it hourly, daily, make it custom. In this episode here, we just wanted to show you how to buy $10 a day for the week. Okay, so we're going to set it up to daily, which it already has, $10 Canadian. Okay, and we're going to set it up for 7 days. So instantly, it shows us that we're buying $10 Canadian worth of Bitcoin every day for a total target of $70 Canadian in 7 days. That's exactly what we're looking for. All right, let's read this. The scheduling will start as soon as you click the schedule. You can choose between hourly, daily, or custom. Example, every 4 hours, every 5 days, etc. The first transaction will be completed immediately. The first minute of the hour immediately after the first transaction is considered the starting time of the schedule. Recurring buy transactions appear in your account as regular buy Bitcoin transactions. You can cancel the recurring buy at any time without penalty. You can change Bitcoin addresses for each transaction at any time. You do not need to have enough funds in your account balance to cover the entire target amount of the recurring buy schedule. When your balance becomes insufficient to cover the next recurring buy, the recurring buy schedule is canceled automatically with no penalty. So that's great. If you forgot to refund your account and put some more money in there, it's not going to give you an insufficient fee charge like your bank would. It's just not going to automatically do it for you. So that's great. The recurring buy schedule will continue until your balance runs out or until you reach your target amount, or if you decide to cancel the recurring buy schedule. All right. So we already kind of told you what dollar cost averaging is. We'll just go over it quickly here. Dollar cost averaging is an investment strategy where you consistently buy the same dollar amount of Bitcoin at regular intervals, regardless of the price. All right. So in that aspect, I mean, you can never time the market perfectly, right? You don't know when you're getting in at the bottom. Of course, getting in at the bottom is always the best, but timing it is very, very difficult. So with dollar cost averaging, you're going to get the lows, you're going to get the highs, you're going to get everything in between. And in the end, you're going to average out your cost for getting in and how much Satoshis you get for each purchase that you do. So we'll show you the graph as soon as we set this up of what we did with buying $1,000 a month for 10 months or putting in a lump sum of $10,000. So let's finish this. We are daily. We're in for $10 Canadian, 7 days, target amount $70 Canadian. So we are going to put our Bitcoin address in. Okay, and we are going to schedule that. Okay. So recurring buy activated. DCA, dollar cost average, number 10376. All right, upcoming transaction is in a day. Today's was right here. Saturday, May 16th. That was right now, 2020, 1422. Okay, our address that it went into, the transaction ID. It's completed. All right, the next one is going to take place at 2 o'clock tomorrow on Sunday, 2 o'clock on Monday, 2 o'clock on Tuesday, 2 o'clock Wednesday, 2 o'clock Thursday, and 2 o'clock Friday to complete our 7 days. Well, that's amazing. That's a very easy procedure. We are now dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, and that's great. So the dollar cost averaging process, transactions completed, 1 out of 7. Bitcoin purchased, 74,463 Satoshis at the price of $13,429.42 at the time of recording. So guys, that's great. We've got it set up for the next 7 days. We do not have to worry about it all. We can just check in and make sure it went through. I would imagine we're gonna have no problems at all. In the next video in 7 days, we'll check in and make sure they all went through. For now, I'll show you what this does. All right. So we just created this chart for dollar cost average into Bitcoin versus a lump sum payment into Bitcoin. So say the Bitcoin price, here's the monthly price here along this line here. The monthly price started in January at $10,000. So you had $10,000 you wanted to invest. You could either do one time a lump sum payment for your investment, or you could break it up into 10 months and do 10 payments of $1,000. Okay, we'll show you what this chart came up with. Of course, depending on the price of Bitcoin, this chart would vary. Okay, so the first month in January, the price was $10,000 when we did our buy. Okay, this guy here, he went the one-time lump sum route, and he bought his full Bitcoin for $10,000. This is the route that we took, and we broke up into 10 payments. Our first payment in January of $1,000 bought us 0.1 Bitcoin. The second month in February bought us 0.0714. Okay. In March, 0.111. April, 0.07. Now the reason these are fluctuating is of course because of the price of Bitcoin. In January, the price was $10,000. In February, it was $14,000. So we weren't able to get as much as we were able to get in January. So we were only able to get the 0.0714. It came down in March underneath the price that we first got it in January. So we were actually able to get more in March than we were in January. We were able to get another 111, 1 million. We were able to get another 1 million 111,000 Satoshis in March compared to January, just because of the price of Bitcoin. Then the price went back up, so we weren't able to get as much again. The price came back down to 8,000 in May, and we were able to get 0.125 Bitcoin. In June, the price came up a little bit to 8,500. We were able to get 0.1176 Bitcoin. So when it's broken down like this, this is not Bitcoin we're getting. We are getting Bitcoin, sorry. But these are Satoshis. It takes 100 million Satoshis, right here, 100 million to get to one full Bitcoin. It's broken down like this because there's only 21 million ever to be made. So if the whole world is going to be using this currency, you need to be able to break it down. So it's broken down just like the dollar would be into 100 cents, except this is broken down into 100 million Satoshis. So in July, we got the price of Bitcoin at 7,500. We were able to get 0.133 Bitcoin. Okay, and in August, it was back to 10,000. So we were able to get 0.1. 9,000 in September, so we got 0.11. And then back in October, it was 0.1. So along those whole 10 months, the Bitcoin went up and down. If you sold here, this guy, he could have made $4,000 on his profit, right? If he sold here, he would have lost, right? Here, he would have gained 3,500. Here he would have lost, right? But he kept it to the end, and in October, it was worth $10,000. So his return on his lump sum investment was 0%. Okay? And he still has his total Bitcoin of one whole Bitcoin, and it's still worth $10,000. So he didn't lose, he didn't gain or lose any Bitcoin either. All right? So the average bought each month was 0.1 Bitcoin, right? You take the 10 months, and you take the total investment, you divide that by 10, and you're going to get the 0.1 per month. Okay, so it was an average price of $10,000 each month for this guy because he bought it in the lump sum. This fellow here, because he bought it monthly, he ended up accumulating 0.1037 8573 Bitcoin. Okay, so that was each month. He was able to average out that each month for a total of 1.0437 Bitcoin. So his return on his monthly investment was 4.37%, which was a total of $10,437.05. So going the route where he made his monthly installments to be able to put his $10,000 into Bitcoin, he was able to get all of the prices. He was able to start off 10,000. He paid a little bit more here, down, up, down, but he was able to get all of the highs, all of those, everything in between. This guy, he bought right at a average price of $10,000, and that's where it ended up being 10 months later. If he would have bought at $14,000, he'd actually be down $4,000 in October, right? If he would have bought in March, he'd be up $1,000. So to take all the stress out of everything, it's very easy to just dollar cost average. And as you see with BullBitcoin, it's just that easy to set up an automated dollar cost averaging system for yourself so that you can be getting all of the highs, all of lows, and everything in between with no stress, just setting it up in a matter of minutes. So guys, that's our video today for dollar cost averaging. Go and set up your recurring buy now at bullbitcoin.com and start stacking your sats as fast as you can. Thanks, guys. Stay tuned for the next video where we show you how to spend Bitcoin with bullbitcoin.com. Thank you.